Today on the channel, we rank the brand new Wakanda Forever Black Panther wave from my least favorite to my favorite, and we discuss the Attuma Build-A-Figure.
The spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another Marvel Legends set rankings video and Build-A-Figure build. And today we're building Attuma from the Wakanda Forever Black Panther wave. But remember, for all your Marvel Legends needs and a whole lot more, hit up Entertainment Earth, use discount code Kyle, save yourself 10% on all in-stock items, and anything over $39 does ship free. Gotta get a deal. And today we're going to take a look at Attuma, the Build-A-Figure from this wave first, and then at the back half of the video we're going to rank this entire wave from my least favorite to my favorite, so stay tuned on that one. But let's take a look at Attuma first, and I guess let's look at his accessories. If he stands just fine right there. So we do get some very interesting weapons. Of course, he's a man that lives under the water. He's under the sea like a little mermaid. So he's going to, of course, make weapons out of like fish and teeth from sharks and things. And that's what we got going on here. A nice little handle here and then a club. All one color except for the teeth. You get a little a teethy color, a teethy tan color on these guys. You got little teeth, and then you got one big one there, so that does look really good. And then you got his big spear axe blade here. Very nice. Once again, you get those teeth in that tan color, and almost a purplish blade on the end. I don't know if it's supposed to be like a fin or a scale or what that is. You get some sculpting throughout. Very ornate, very cool looking, very underwater ruler looking right here. So two really good accessories with the Build-A-Figure. I will say the Build-A-Figure didn't go together the easiest. The right leg and the left arm really did give me some trouble. I had to really work those in pretty hard and turn them around, get them in there. As we've had with Build-A-Figure, some go together easier than others. He fought me on two of them. I think he's going good, but his left arm seems to be the weakest, so your results may vary on that one. But it is Attuma, so it is interesting. Now, this is not the Attuma I know from my childhood. Of course, my Attuma knowledge from a child was, of course, the Marvel Action Hour, the old Toy Biz toy back in the day. I had that Attuma. I enjoyed that Attuma. Him and Namor squared off quite a few times in my childhood playing days. This one is a little bit different. Maybe he's changed in the comic. Maybe this is a little bit more, movied up. That's my guess with this one, but it definitely looks interesting. He almost looks like he's out of Avatar. He's got that blue color to him. Very interesting. And he's got a lot of craziness throughout. This doesn't feel like a deluxe Build-A-Figure, but at the same time, there's a lot of pieces with this one, so it does feel a little bit deluxe, but it's just not our typical big, hulking, no pun intended, creature as a Build-A-Figure. But Attuma's got the big old, all kinds of stuff. So we talked about his weapons with the teeth and the bones and stuff, and that's what he's got. He's got a headdress of that. He's got like some spear-type things back here. Almost looks like feathers, but I'm sure it's part of a fish or some sort. He's got long hair. He's got some of the ugliest earrings in the game. This tells me he is related to Namor somehow. They obviously, are together in some ways and enemies at the end of the movie, I'm sure. But he's got some of those Atlantean earrings going on. He's got his big necklace throughout, nice brown color with, once again, the tan of the teeth. The tan on the shoulder blades, you get teeth and bonage throughout on here. Almost looks like something you would see out of like Cannibal Holocaust or something. Like he'd be some kind of villager cannibal tribe. I mean, he almost looks like stereotypical something like that. He's got that beautiful blue Smurf skin tone that the ladies just love, I'm sure, underwater. So he's got some of that going on. Hands back and forth, looking really good. A little bit of looseness in this left hand. So it's an interesting Build-A-Figure as far as tightness of the joints and everything. We do get his big skirt. And you get some bones here. You get a little back piece right there. A little tan at the belt. Of course, down to his boots, he's got the nice wrappings here, the leather brown, once again against the tan bones, and then he's got his little blue Smurf feet poking out there, looking really good. He does have an interesting mask on his head, so it looks like it's like an underwater breathing mask or a medical mask. Almost looks and harkens back to an old favorite, Dr. Satan, of course, from House of a Thousand Corpses. That's kind of what that mask reminds me of there. So he does have that going on. That is not removable, that mask. It is just on him, and I didn't notice that in the glamour shots. Maybe it's just, it kind of blends in a little bit. But of course, articulation, his head does turn up and down, really limited by the sculpt on the back, of course. Arms go all the way around. You do get a bicep cut. You do get double jointed pinless elbows on this guy. Hands back and forth, of course. You get the hula hoop. No waist on this one. He can do the big Attuma splits. You do get a thigh cut. That is where it connects, and that's where it gets a little bit loose. Double jointed, pinless knees on him. You do not get a boot cut, but you do get ankles back and forth, side to side. Of course, he will hold his weapons. I'm sure he will. Put that. I mean, he definitely looks better with his weapons in hand. Will he fit on a ringside collectible stand? That's always the million-dollar question. See how well he fits on there. What do you know? He fits like a glove, it seems. Yes, he does. So, not bad. Is this the greatest Build-A-Figure? By no means is it the greatest Build-A-Figure, but it is cool. It is awesome to look at. I can see people mixing this up with some other different characters and things, but at the same time, you got to buy the whole wave to get this guy. I don't know. I don't anticipate him to be one of the more expensive Build-A-Figures by the time the dust settles here in a couple of years. I think it just kind of is what it is. It'll depend how popular will the movie be, how popular will he be in the movie. That'll play a long factor into that as well. But for what it is and what he's supposed to be, and for my knowledge of him right now from the TV commercials and things, hey, it gets the job done. I would say that much at least. So there it is. There's Attuma, the Build-A-Figure from the Wakanda Forever Black Panther wave. Now we got to put him in with the rest of the crew, and we're going to rank this entire wave from my least favorite to my favorite. All right, let's get down to business. Let's rank this wave from my least favorite to my favorite. We got 7 figures here. I am putting the Ironheart Deluxe figure from the lineup in this rankings video. We did unbox her as well on the channel, as you guys probably do remember. So make sure, as always with these ranking videos, you put your list in the comments down below and make sure you put them in order. That is the fun part. So without further ado, let's start with these 7 figures. It's a big, big wave. Who's coming in at number 7? And I'm going to go... this is tough. This is a little bit tougher at this end of it. You know what? I'm going to go Ironheart. This might be a little bit of a surprise there. I'm going to go this Ironheart figure. Now, this lineup could very well change once I see the movie. Maybe I'll get some enjoyment out of some more of these characters. Because as of right now, as of filming unboxing, we don't really know the whole story. We think we know, but we really don't know until you've seen the movie. But Ironheart, obviously she's going to be in the movie somewhere. But for being the deluxe figure, a deluxe price point, over $30 figure, I just didn't feel like I got my enjoyment out of this one. It felt a bit stiff. I didn't get really all the enjoyment I really wanted to out of this one. It just didn't feel like a true deluxe figure, like a deluxe Iron Man style figure. It just kind of felt like it was there. And I think we will see that in the long run, as I do think this will be a big clearance item down the road. People will be getting this. We'll see Facebook posts, people saying, oh, I got this for $12 on clearance at Target. Shame on you, Kyle, for paying $32 or whatever it was at the time. But it's okay. It is what it is. It is a deluxe figure, though, and I just don't feel like you get the value for your dollar out of that one. So I'll put her at number 7. I'm going Nakia at number 6. Part of that is I don't know the character. Part of it is it's just a small character. I mean, you get a couple of ring accessories, but not a lot of meat on the bone for Nakia here. Just kind of is what it is, but this is one of those ones. Hey, who knows? Maybe she'll rock my world in the movie. She'll jump up to number 1 in this. We'll never know. Stranger things have happened, but I'm putting Nakia at number 6. I'm going to go Everett Ross at number 5, just because there's so much reuse here. Yes, they have improved this figure a little bit. Unfortunately, he does not stand on a stand. That does suck. But it is good. It is a suited body. You could use him like the other one. You could mix and match, make this into somebody else if you want to. So great for customizers out there. But it just kind of is what it is. And it's so close to the one I already have. Maybe if I didn't have that one or this was a new figure, he might be a little higher up. But for what he is in this line, he's coming in at number 5. Ooh, now we get down to crunch time here. You know, I'm going to go with the Hatut. I don't even know how you say his name. I like this one, though. I like the stark contrast, of course, of him being all white. Unfortunately, I have a little quality control issues on mine. It'd be interesting to hear if some of you guys have kind of the gummy joints like I do on him. Some of the warpage on the legs. That does hurt this one to me a little bit. It is cool. It's just one of those characters I don't have a remembrance for, but you guys know a lot of people love their army builders. I will probably pick up a couple others of these because they do look really, really cool in hand. And it's still respectable. He's number 4, but it's just out of these guys, that's where he's going to go for me. And then we get down to the final 3. And I'm going to put Attuma at number 3. It's not your daddy's Attuma. But it's definitely interesting. It's definitely an interesting piece you look at and stare into a little bit. Just doesn't feel quite Build-A-Figure-esque, even though it does have a lot more sculpting than some of these other guys for sure. And it's a one-and-done sculpt, as we know. It is good. It is what it is. But I don't know if it's going to be one of those Build-A-Figures that sets the world on fire when, like I said in the review, the dust settles. So Atuma's coming in number 3, which leaves these two guys left. And you know where I'm going with this one? I'm going Namor at number 2. I'm going Black Panther at number 1. Namor surprisingly great in hand. I could see the same body getting reused, maybe switching up a couple of things and giving us a classic updated comic Namor on this style body. I really do like this figure, and the only things I really don't like are his nose ring and his earrings, but that's part of the character, so it has to be there. But the figure feels really good in hand. The sculpting's really good. I like the spear accessory. I love the wings on the feet. Just a really good looking MCU version of Namor. So I'm here for that one. I thought this one was the sleeper. This was a bigger surprise in this set than I anticipated. So Namor coming in at number 2, and then what do you say? Black Panther comic book, which I'm more accustomed to than the movie version. Great new Vulcan body, a lot of great posability with this one. Just a slam dunk Black Panther. A lot of people are going to update their Black Panthers to this one, I think, in the future. Just a solid figure. As a whole, in okay wave. I think this is destined for the clearance bin, I have to imagine. A lot of the MCU ones do. Heck, all the normal ones seem to. All the normal comic releases do this day and age. And this coming out for the fall, winter time frame with Christmas. There's deals to be had. You guys know how that goes. And there's deep clearance to be had after Christmas. And I think this will fall in. You either can get a deal around Christmas or you can get a clearance price after Christmas. I think that's how this one's going to go. Of course, it will have an uptick, probably especially the weekend of the movie release. There'll be people clamoring for these. But after that, I think we'll see some clearance, especially Ironheart. I think you can wait and play a little long game on her. You can get a heck of a deal down the road. But an okay wave. It's nowhere near the greatest wave of all time. I'm not sure if any of these figures will make a top 10 list. I guess we'll see. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the old notification bell, because we will be doing our top 10 list, top 5 list to close out the year. I'm not sure if any of these outside of Black Panther stand a chance. Maybe Namor in the MCU category. We'll just have to see how it goes when I put the old pen to paper. But make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss that video. Also, while you're here, don't forget about social media. SirPaul64 is where you find me on Twitter, Instagram, _Kyle_Peterson, ProWrestlingTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson. Don't forget to like this video. Give it the old thumbs up. And don't forget about the Patreon. Your best way to support the channel. Early access to videos, bonus content, exclusive content, Q&A, giveaways. It's all over there on the old Patreon channel. So for Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, Marvel Legends, I am Kyle. I'll see you guys all real soon.